I would like to call the Ashland School District deliberative session to order. And we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
For those who don't know me, I am Pat Tucker, and I am the Ashland School District Clerk. The moderator, there is no moderator that was elected last year, so I am asking for a volunteer from the audience that would like to moderate the meeting. If there's anybody who would like to do that. Okay, I will move forward. This session shall consist of explanation, discussion, and debate of warrant articles 2 through 7. Warrant articles may be amended subject to the following limitations. Warrant articles whose wording is prescribed by law shall not be amended. Warrant articles that are amended shall be placed on the official ballot for a final vote on the main motion as amended. And no warrant article shall be amended to eliminate the subject matter. And all these warrant articles will be voted on March 10th, 2020. Polls are open from 8 to 7. Article 1 is to choose the following district officers. And I will list the people who have signed up. There were 2 school board members for 3-year terms, and we had 1 person sign up, that was Renee Liebert. 1 school board member for a 2-year term, and Lee Sharp signed for that. Nobody signed up for moderator. School district clerk, Pat Tucker, and school district treasurer, Brian Chalmers. Article 2, are you in favor of changing the terms of the school district clerk, moderator, and treasurer from 1 year to 3 years, beginning with the terms of the school district clerk, moderator, and treasurer to be elected at next year's regular school district meeting? Are there any questions, concerns, amendments? Will appear on the ballot as written. Article 3, shall the Ashland School District set the salaries of district officers for the coming year as follows? Moderator, $25, district clerk, $12 an hour, school board chairman, $500, school board members, which there are 4, at $400 each, and the district treasurer, $800. The Ashland Budget Committee recommends this article by a 6-0 vote, and the Ashland School Board recommends this article by a 3-0 vote. Questions? Concerns? Pay raises? Yes?
Thank you. Bob Luciano from Thompson Street. Moderator, $25, probably the reason why you haven't got anybody to volunteer for the job. I think you probably ought to increase that by something. I mean, you're not going to get anybody to come in and do that for $25. Obviously.
Is there
I'm a big
do you have a motion that you'd like to make, to amend or anything?
I make a motion to move it to $50.
Is there a second?
It's not.
I'll second.
Move moderator to $50. And Lee, you second it?
Yes.
Any discussion on that motion? All those in favor of the amendment, please raise your red card.
That meant no.
Anybody opposed? All right, so that would change to $50. Any other amendments or anything? Okay, so Article 3 will appear on the ballot as amended with the moderator at $50 and all the other officers the same. Article 4, shall the Ashland School District raise and appropriate as an operating budget, not including appropriations by special warrant articles or other appropriations voted separately, the amount set forth on the budget code posted with the warrant or as amended by vote of this first session, for the purposes set forth therein, totaling $3,754,292. Should this article be defeated, the default budget shall be $690,810, with certain adjustments required by previous action of the Ashland School District or by law. or the governing body may hold one special meeting in accordance with RSA 40:13, 10, and 16 to take up the issue of a revised operating budget only. This article excludes special warrant articles and other appropriations voted separately. The Ashland Budget Committee recommends the appropriation of $3,754,292 by a vote of 6-0. The Ashland School Board recommends the appropriation of $3,754,292 by a vote of 3-0. Any questions, concerns, and amendments? Seeing none, the article will appear on the ballot as written. Article 5, shall the Ashland School District vote to raise and appropriate $75,000 for the purpose of the replacement of the gymnasium heating system? Ashland Budget Committee recommends 6-0, School Board recommends 3-0. Question? Okay, will appear on the ballot as written. Number 6, shall the Ashland School District vote to raise and appropriate $35,000 to be placed in the previously established Special Education Trust Fund, with up to $15,000 to be funded from the June 30, 2020 unreserved fund balance available for transfer on July 1, 2020. The balance to come from general taxation. Ashland Budget Committee recommends this appropriation 6-0. School Board recommends 3-0. Yes, Mr. Letourneau.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I don't understand the way it's written. Is that 158,223 include the 15,000? Or are you asking for 35,000 on top of the 15,000?
Do you want me to respond? The total is 35,000.
The total is
Total is
35,000.
35,000,
will be-
so the 15,000 is in addition to that?
No, it's part of it.
It's part of the 35.
So 20,000 will be funded.
The
So the
15,000 is
additional
what we've
20,000.
already paid our taxes on, and it's left over.
And 20,000.
Right, I understand that part of it. But what you're really saying is that in addition to the 15,000, you want to raise another 20. Is that correct?
Correct.
That's correct.
Well, I'm opposed to that. I don't think that, I mean, I think you got enough money in there for what you need. And I'd make a motion to reduce that 35,000 to 0.
Well, yeah, we could go to 0. Well, it could be.
And that would leave the 15,000.
No, it
No,
doesn't.
No,
No.
that's not,
If,
no.
excuse me, could I?
Yes,
If you want to just do the 15,000 come from surplus, just reduce the appropriation to 15,000. If you reduce the 35 to 0, you won't be appropriating any money. The 15,000 is just identifying where some of it is coming from.
does anybody second that motion?
So the way it's written.
No.
Yeah. So if you want, what you'd need to do is raise and appropriate 15,000.
So then the motion would be to change the 35,000 to 15.
Right.
So moved.
Do I have a second? Hearing no second.
Patsy,
Yep.
before we vote, could, Trish, maybe you could explain?
There's no vote.
Oh, I know, but I'm just, can't we have, I just want a general discussion before we, oh, yeah.
There's no vote.
So,
Yeah,
there's no
can I
vote.
still- Can I still talk about it? Can I still ask something?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, there's still general discussion.
Right,
That,
yes.
that motion did not pass.
Yeah, I know,
but
I
no.
just wanted general
Yep.
discussion back. Is that actually enough? Could you tell us what we had in the budget for this year and what we spent?
What this article does is votes to place money in the expendable trust for special education. Currently, if you look at the first page of the packet, it'll say Article 6. The current balance in the fund is $158,223. The board has a goal of getting that fund balance, that expendable trust up to $200,000.
The reason for that is there has been a drastic reduction in our IDEA grant money, and special education can be volatile. So the board needs the ability to use funds from that expendable trust to offset unanticipated costs.
Right, that's what I thought. I wondered, thank you.
Certainly.
Great.
Any further discussion? The article will appear on the ballot as written. Article 7. Excuse me? There was no vote, there was no second to your motion.
Okay.
Yep. Shall the Ashland School District vote to raise and appropriate $25,000 to be placed in the previously established school safety, security, and facilities maintenance expendable trust fund, with such amount to be funded from the June 30, 2020 unreserved fund balance for transfer on July 1, 2020, with no amount to be raised by taxation. Budget Committee recommends 6-0, School Board recommends 3-0. Any questions? Yes?
Can you just tell me how much is in that fund?
Certainly. The current balance is $247,000.
Great, thank you.
Certainly.
240 what?
$47,407.
I have 248, 147, 37 from the MS9, but that's okay. That's within a,
There could be some interest that I'm not aware of.
yeah. Can you explain the purpose of, I mean, what's your goal for this? You got $250,000 almost. What's your goal for it?
The board uses that to, again, offset some of the expenses that are happening within school safety or facilities maintenance. I think the board is looking to withdraw some before the end of this year, possibly to help offset the costs of the boiler system within this building, which we talked about
Because you didn't
last
expend
year.
anything last year.
Correct.
We will be expending some money this year, so by the end of this budget season, which would end June 30th, that number will be reduced.
You were
Correct.
using some of it.
Yes.
Yes, Mr.
So
Jones.
there are anticipated expenses coming up that you need that money for?
Yes. We put in a new heating system in this facility. We replaced 5 boilers that were 25-plus years old with 3 boilers, as well as
Can we
replaced
just-
the chimney, as well as had to clean the fuel tank. That whole process, we're waiting for all the bills to come in, and anticipating that we're not going to have enough money in our budget, we had anticipated to take money out of this account to cover that cost. What the final cost is, we don't know yet, because we're still fixing some of the controls. Not everything is installed yet. We don't have all the bills yet, so we will still have time to gather all those bills and then figure out what we can do based on what our budget already had, and then what we're going to miss. I think we're going to miss it by about $125, about $125,000. So I think that's about what we'll end up withdrawing from this 247, give or take $10,000, depending on how the bills come in and issues that we run into that are unforeseen between now and June 30th.
What's that?
Without having more knowledge, I can't say anything else.
Any further discussion on Article 7? Okay, being none, that will go on the warrant as written, on the ballot as written. Any further business here?
Could I ask a question, Trish, again? What did we get for state aid? Was that reduced, or did we get any at all with state aid to towns?
Well, there is state aid that we receive. If you look at the green page, as you might be aware, kindergarten aid went away, but because Ashland is a fairly needy town, our adequate education grant increased by, we anticipate it will increase next year by $87,858.
Wow.
So the state folded kindergarten
Into adequacy.
into adequacy.
Okay.
So if you received adequacy, then you would receive it for your kindergarten students as well.
Right. Good. Thank you.
Fran?
What is our enrollment now?
We're about 163.
169?
We fluctuate between one, around
On the
160.
report, it says 169.
That's what Shannon said.
Any other discussion? Come before the meeting?
I'm sure we're not done recognizing two of our board members who have served us very, very well over the years and have opted not to continue as board members, who are not running this year, unfortunately. Glenn, who's been chairman of the board, I don't know all the number, how long? 5 years, and he was a board member prior to that and has been a steady hand in guiding us forward and think of all the improvements that have been made during his tenure, and it's just remarkable, and he will be sorely missed. His guidance will be sorely missed. Deb has been a member for 3 years? I thought you were on before that. 3 years, and again, substantial contribution, stepped up and took the helm this last fall and has guided us, continue to guide us very, very well. And again, their contributions will be sorely missed. And I wanted to thank them.
Thank you, Steve. Anything else to come before the meeting? I will declare it adjourned at 6:47.
You never know, some people might just think.